Hey guys, AscendantGod here with Raid Shadow Legends. Going to be opening up some Sacred Shards. We got the Double Chances event here. We got a Fusion event going on. Lots of different cool things going on here. Well, I shouldn't say this is good. Rotos, I don't know, kind of iffy on that. I haven't done a champion review on him yet because I'm still waiting to hear some feedback from Polarium on how some of his mechanics work. But anyway, we got this shard opening going on too. So we got the double chances, 88% chance for an epic, 12% chance for legendary. So pretty good chances at getting an epic here. And, but 12% chance of a legendary. I got 20 shards in total. Don't even ask how I have these many. I have no idea. I haven't been buying any, but just been building them up. I think I've been really lucky with Ultra Nightmare getting sacreds lately. So anyway, altogether, I should hopefully get 2 legendaries out of this, given a 12% chance. Altogether, should at least see a couple. If the pattern that I've had in the past tends to repeat itself here, what usually happens is I'll get a couple of legendaries within the first like 5 or 6, and then the rest of them kind of go downhill from there. So we'll see if that same pattern happens. I don't know. But with my account here, I've been pretty lucky so far with pulling some pretty good legendaries, even though I haven't spent a ton of money on this. I've been pretty fortunate, except for Arena. Like, my clan boss group is solid. I can 4-key clan boss no problem. If I did the speed drop, I could 3-key it. So I don't need to worry about Ultra Nightmare. I'm good on Ultra Nightmare. Other than that, the real big thing is, the clan boss. And once you can do that, getting into Platinum. And as far as Platinum, I struggle in it still. I can get into Platinum, but it's hard. As far as what I could use more than anything, Duchess, without a single doubt in my mind. Duchess is ridiculously overpowered. Another one that would be really nice is Hegemon. We're not going to see that today though, because Hegemon is Void Shard, so that's going to be for another day. But as far as these shards, like what I would really love to see is like a Duchess. What else? I mean, there's a couple of other things. There's another, like something with like basically debuff block protection or debuff block removal, like Ceres. Ceres would be nice too. So I'd love to get, but I think Ceres might be void as well though. So I don't think we'd see her either. But it's somebody with like, Duchess, like I said, a Duchess I know is my #1 pick off the top of my head. But let's go ahead and start pulling these and see what I get. But like I said, more than anything, what I'm hoping for at this point is something for an arena upgrade. At this point, I'm using Arbiter as my leader for speed, 2 Skull Crowns, and Tormund most of the time. Sometimes I'll put Dracomorph in there just to increase the damage from everybody. But let's start pulling these and see what happens here. Again, hopefully, ideally, 2 legendaries from it. Hopefully something I don't already have, something good. So first one, not so much. Kaalia. Kaalia is decent. I mean, like usual, I'm going to go over these champions that are semi-viable. Kaalia is pretty decent. I mean, she's got an aura for the attack in all battles by 25%. She's got this HP burn. A-Tour is garbage. I would not suggest pairing her with A-Tour just for faction wars. I guess he's okay. He's not horrible, but unless you like, if you have a solid account like mine, A-Tour isn't that great. Not for endgame. But anyway, she has this chance to do the HP burn, which is decent. She has this heal reduction, which can be really useful in certain encounters. Her A1 has an HP burn as well. So she's a decent champion. I mean, she's not like amazing, but for an epic, she's decent. Definitely decent. All right, so next shard. I already have her though, so I mean, I don't know if I have her skills maxed. If I don't, she'll be a skill up. If I do have her skills maxed, she's just going to go in the vault for either food later. Well, probably not food, just hang on to her as a backup. But anyway, Defiled Sinner, I don't think he's any good. Yeah, I always take these with a grain of salt. Spyder's done 4.8, really? I don't know what he does. AoE, damage increased by 10% for each enemy. Oh, okay, well that's why he's good for Spyder, because on Spyder, it would stack up to 100% if there's a bunch of spiders out there, so that's kind of cool. Oh, but this only attacks one enemy. Oh, then it attacks all enemies, never mind. Damage 15% of the max hit points if the first hit kills an enemy. Yeah, no, that's not that great for Spyder. AoE, no AoE. Wait, no. If 5 or more enemies alive does follow an attack, AoE, 25% increased attack buff on him for 2 turns. Oh, okay. So, I mean, it seems like he'd be okay for Spyder. I don't like his A2 here. Seems like it'd be all right for Spyder. Overall, I mean, he's not... That's about it. That's all it seems like he'd be good for, though, is really Spyder. I don't know. Nothing else that'd be that great. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he seems, yeah. I'm not going to use him for anything. I don't need him for Faction Wars. My Undead for Faction Wars is real solid. Ripper. Already got Ripper here. Ripper is not anything that great. It's 50% of the target's defense. Max hit points, 30% of damage inflicted. The decrease of max hit points isn't anything that great with most things. Ignoring 50% of the target's defense is nice, but increases as the target's hit points decreases. So he's a good finisher. And decreases it. Yeah, that's garbage. Yeah, no, he's trash. Next, I wouldn't even use him for Faction Wars. I don't know, Errol. I don't even know. I don't think he's anything that great. Yeah, that sucks. All right, well, let's see what he's got. Attack. Who cares? Steals all buffs from a target enemy, then attacks the target. Has an extra 30% chance of inflicting a critical. That could be good in some fights. Attacks enemy 3 times, 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. 50% chance to ignore. Only 50% chance to ignore defense. That kind of sucks. I mean, if he does ignore defense, though, that could be pretty good. So he only needs 70% crit rate, and apparently at 70% he'll be doing crits on everything. So I guess that's his advantage, is that he only needs 70% crit rate. That doesn't seem like a huge... I don't know. He seems like he's not good at all. Definitely seems like somebody that needs a buff. That's for sure. And Sacred Order, there is no way I would use him for Faction Wars. My Sacred Order is decent. He is not. Like, this could be decent in certain encounters, like on certain boss fights or whatever in Faction Wars, maybe. But, no, I'm just not impressed with him. That's kind of a disappointment. Oh well, I mean, it's another to add to the collection, so I don't have him yet, but... Talia, I don't know Talia. So she's got a crit rate thing here in dungeons. Would never use her in dungeons, I don't think. Counterattack buff on her. They really need more AoE counterattack champions in this game. I mean, they're watering them down more and more every day. Alright, so... Well, that's not that great. She does a counterattack on herself, and it's at max skills 100... Yeah, at max skills, 100% chance to weaken on them. But she doesn't do an attack with it. That doesn't seem very good. And just only counterattack for 2 turns with no attack. Like, that doesn't seem that great. 25% increase attack, 30% increase crit on her. Then attacks all enemies. Phoenix is there. She does bombs. That's kind of cool. I don't know Phoenix, though. I don't know if I have him. I don't think I do. I think he's the Jesus-looking dude, isn't he? Like, he looks like his little icon thing looks like Jesus, I'm pretty sure, if I'm thinking of the right guy. Attacks an enemy 3 times, no ability? Nah, just garbage. And Sacred Order, I'm never going to use her. She's going to sit in my vault. Come on, I need some more legendaries, or a really good epic. Necro. I think he's garbage. Yeah. Perfect Veil if it's critical, but, I mean... just for himself, like 50% chance of attacking all enemies with an extra hit. It's unreliable. Each hit 50. Garbage, absolute garbage. Nope, will not be using him, especially Night Revenant. My Night Revenants are pretty decent. But like, as far as Faction Wars, if I was going to get upgrades for Faction Wars, it'd be like for Demon Spawn probably. Actually, I think my Demon Spawn's decent now. Definitely Orcs. Definitely Skinwalkers. Maybe Ogren. Anyway, Hellgazer I already have. Hellgazer is okay. Like, she has this, it's each critical fills her turn meter, so in some encounters that helps a lot. Removes all debuffs from this champion. Increased attack. Gets her an extra turn. Decreased defense. She's okay. She's not... I don't even know if I use her in Faction Wars. I don't think I do because she wasn't good enough for my team. Oh, is this legendary? Yes, Legendary! I'm probably going to use him as a skill up for my other Tomb Lord. I already have Tomb Lord. He's okay for Spyder. He's got this defense aura for arena, 42%, which is strong, but at the same time, like, if you're going into platinum in arena, you need tons of resistance, not defense, or speed. This here is A3. It doesn't make much sense because it's like part of him is built for arena, part of him is built for dungeons. It's like this here resets the turn meter of all enemies with less than 50% hit points, but then it does this AoE, decrease attack, decrease defense, and then gets an extra turn if an enemy's turn meter is reset by the skill. The problem is to reset it, they need to be below 50% hit points. Here's the problem with him, why it makes no sense. He's got an aura for arena. This A3 here triggers if an enemy's hit points are less than 50%. The problem is that in arena, he should be the one to go first because you want to do an AoE attack down and defense down on everybody before you go out to do your damage, because the decreased defense is going to amplify all your other champion's damage. So at that point in time, the enemies shouldn't have less than 50% hit points. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then this A1 here places you know, these poisons. If it's a critical, it can do 4 poisons, which is 20% of a person's hit points. But I mean, you guys know, like, if you're familiar with gold or you're familiar with platinum, there's some champions that can one-shot people. So 20% of a champion's hit points. Plus, with poisons, they could resist it. They could remove debuffs. They could be blocking debuffs. Just no. This here, decreased speed. Decreased speed is okay if it. No, but again, he relies on crit rate. He's okay. He's an okay legendary. I'm going to move along here, though. He's the very first legendary that I ever pulled, so I was really excited when I got him, but I tried to build him. Just no. Gore Grab here is a really, really good mid-game champion. Once you get Arbiter, he kind of becomes obsolete unless you use him for Faction Wars. He's got like a speed aura for the arena. He can revive dead allies with the 25% and then heals them by 25%. And then he also heals anybody who was already alive by 25% too, which is nice. So fills turn meters, increase attack on everybody. Attacks an enemy, 50% chance of removing random buffs. He is, like I said, he's really good for arena for like silver or lower end gold. And higher end gold, eventually you should be to the point where you have Arbiter as far as your speed aura and turn meter booster. But Gore Grab is decent. Like, I would be using him for Faction Wars if I didn't have other champions that were already better. Like, I use Seducer as far as my damage mitigation, so I don't have to resurrect. I don't have Sinisa yet. That's kind of cool. I do know she works with Skullcrown, where she like makes Skullcrown come back to life. I don't have room for her in arena though. That kind of sucks. Yeah, this here equalizes hit points, HP levels of allies brought up to the level of the ally with the highest hit points, heals a target ally by 10% of their max hit points. That's kind of cool. So you got a healer here. Attacks an enemy, puts target skills on cooldown, heals ally with lowest hit points by 25%, so another heal, and puts somebody on cooldown. Then AoE on her A1, places an extra hit if the enemies have less than 50% hit points. The thing that's cool about this is Skullcrown does an extra hit if they have more than 50% hit points. This champion does an extra hit if they're less than 50% hit points. So if you have both of them on the same team, one or the other is guaranteed to do an extra hit on their A3. The thing is for some reason, I thought she got an extra ability from Skullcrown, so she doesn't get an extra ability from Skullcrown, but I'm pretty sure with Sinisa is a champion where if you have Skullcrown, Sinisa makes Skullcrown resurrect when Skullcrown gets killed, which is kind of cool, but I don't see myself using this. Maybe I would use Sinisa for Faction Wars. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe for Faction Wars, because I have 2 Skullcrowns that I use in Faction Wars, and it would have them automatically resurrect, which is kind of cool. Titus here I don't think is that great. Arena Aura. No. So this is all about him losing hit points. Increase 4 times random. No. Nope, not using him. Food. Well, not food. I'm going to save him because I don't think I had him yet. The legendary, cool. I think this one might be good. I don't know. Let me see. Well, that, yeah. cares? All right, removes. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool, but the thing is that I need somebody that can remove debuff blocks. It is cool that he can remove shields, block damage, and unkillable buffs, and then attacks, and 100% heal reduction. That is a pretty cool ability. It's not what I need in Arena, though. That's not good enough for him to replace somebody in Arena, because it's too situational. Like, he could be great against, say, like an anti-Rosh card, anti-Skull Crown for the unkillables to block damage. And with the removed shields, that could be like an was that guy like Krisk or whatever that does the huge shields. So he could be a counter to certain champions in Arena. So he might be decent to be as like a backup, like an alternative for me in Arena. So like when I swap certain champions out to counter certain champions in Platinum. But as far as my defense, no. Weaken. Okay, so he'd either apply a weaken, or if he doesn't, then place a decreased defense. That doesn't seem that great. It's like I almost don't want to put skills into him. So if I put skills into him, like he has a... Like I almost don't want to increase that, because decreased defense usually increases your damage more than weaken. So I would rather get a decreased defense than the weaken. So it's like, because I'm not putting tomes into him. Tomes, excuse me. There's no way I'm putting tomes into him. AoE, chance to do decreased speed. That's kind of cool. Like, I'm curious as to how he scales. I like the fact that he has an AoE on his A1 here. And he does have 3 different AoEs. I mean, he seems like he'd be a really good champion for Spyder as well. I already have a solid Spyder team, though. Like I said, like I don't need anything for Spyder. I can handle it easy. I'm actually working on a speed kill for that with Royal Guards and stuff. But yeah, so Spyder Stenny's high on Arena offense. Garbage for Clan Boss, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think I might use him as an alternative in Arena, but I'm not putting tomes into him. He'll probably be somebody that I'll max just to have as like I said, he'd be good as like an anti, like double Skull Crown like I have, or an anti-Rosh card, anti-Krisk with where he removes all those things. So he's okay. I mean, he's not what I really, really want, but he's okay. I mean, that's the first one that I got that I would actually probably use for something. Pitiless one, each critical hit heals him. Yeah, this guy isn't that great. AoE, criticals, boosts his turn meter. He is another one who's okay for Spyder, because he gets a lot of extra turns from this and stuff, but and he heals himself, but yeah, not something I would use here. He's not that great. Let's see some more legendaries. I mean, I'm good so far. I mean, I got a few different legendaries, just nothing that I would actually use. We already went over Necro. Nothing that great. Next, come on. Running out of shards here. Not looking good. Lauria. Lauria's is good. I already have her. I might use this one as a skill up. Attacks an enemy, removes all buffs, 80% chance of block buffs. That's kind of cool on bosses, but since it's only one target, it's not that great overall. AoE, 50% chance of freeze. At max skills 75. I wouldn't max her skills out, though. They can't be revived. So that's pretty cool. That's one of the things that makes her useful, is that AoE freeze and prevents resurrection. This here, yeah, this is kind of weird. It's like where she can do one of these different debuffs. Like, that's unreliable. She's okay. I mean, she's a decent champion. I'm pretty sure I have her in my Faction Wars composition. She's decent for an epic. Oathbound, he's okay. I'm working on... I need to gear one of them up for Bannerlords. I might use this one for a skill up. The attacks 4 times at random, 30% chance of block cooldown skills. That's kind of cool, but it's like 4 times at random, so it's not that reliable. But it's kind of cool for an epic. And then decrease attack, decrease the turn meter, defense base. So that's ability's okay. I like that it's chance to do a decrease attack and chance to decrease the turn meter on those attacks. Chance to do a freeze. I mean, he's okay. He's not anything that great, but he's okay. Like I said, I need to gear one of them up for my Faction Wars. My Bannerlords. Bannerlords is one of my really bad groups, too. Relic Keeper's decent. He's kind of like a redheaded stepchild of Horden. So, yeah, continuous heal buff on him when he's hit by an enemy. Not that great. This is the thing that's good about him. He gets this 50% increased attack buff, gets an extra turn. And then this where he gets an extra turn if a target's killed. So, like, he's really cool in Sacred Order because, like, I buff him up. He starts killing the enemies, gets extra turns left and right. Like, he cleans house. Like, he can get one turn after another after another. Like I said, he's not as good as Horden, but he's pretty good. Galcut isn't that great. He's a bomb placer. My problem with bomb placers, though, is that it takes 2 turns to detonate. So it's like the enemy is alive for 2 of their turns while you're waiting for these bombs to go off, unless you can reduce it. This here does not hit hard at all. Even your main target, it doesn't hit that hard. I don't like that. There's decreased defense. Yeah, he's... I mean, I have him in my Faction Wars comp. I don't know why. I don't know why. I really don't. Juden. Again, another redheaded stepchild, literally redheaded. He's the redheaded stepchild of Turvold. Turvold is amazing. Jotun, not so much. He kind of hits hard like Turvold, but not nearly as hard. This here, the decreased max hit points, like I mentioned earlier, that kind of ability isn't anything that spectacular. I mean, unless you're against somebody that has a lot of healing and stuff, but I mean, that's very, very situational encounters. But even then, though, it's only 30% of the damage that they deal. And then this here, enemy, and then, yeah, 75% chance of an HP burn, 100% at max skills, but I would never put tomes into him. He's not good enough. I mean, he's good mid-game. He's a decent champion. It's just, like I said, I have Turvold, so it's like, decreased defense. Yeah, he's okay. I mean, he's a decent champion. What is his aura? Faction Crypt's aura. He's decent, but not decent enough to make it into any of my compositions. He almost made it to my Barbarian cut, but he just... No. Ooh, Legendary, something good, something good, something good. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I almost just said something that I would have had to censor out there. Oh my god! I forgot to even mention she is one of my top 3 that I wanted. Oh my god. She might even make it to my arena composition. She is... Oh man. I don't know what I'm going to use her for, though. I'm either going to use her for clan boss or I'm going to use her for arena. I might use her for both, but I would have to gear her for one or the other. That would be a hard call. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe I pulled her on the last shard too. Oh my god, Valkyrie. She's a counterattack champion. Remember how I was saying earlier they have a severe shortage of counterattack champions? I've been playing for about 10 months. I only have one counterattack champion, Martyr, which is in my opinion the best counterattack champion. Amazing for clan boss. Valkyrie is probably the second best, but in some ways she's better than Martyr. Show you why. Champion's turn meter will be increased by 10% each time an enemy champion places a buff, and then enemy champions will have their turn meters decreased by 10% for each buff they receive. So she works really well in arena because, say, Arbiter like buffs up everybody. Well, she gives them the turn meter increase and then the increased attacks. So with those 4 buffs, the 4 increased attacks that she gives everybody, it goes ahead and decreases their turn meters and increases this champion's turn meter. So yeah, so it's like when she works really well in arena by reducing turn meters and increasing her own, you know, for things like Arbiter or Gore Grab, things where the enemy is getting buffs. And then this here, she attacks all enemies, shield buff on all allies for 3 turns, and a counterattack buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of shield and damage inflicted are proportional to this champion's defense. This here is great. I mean, because she does this counterattack on everybody, which counterattack is really, really hard to find in the game as it is. But on top of that, she does a great counterattack because she does this damage to all the enemies as well. She puts a shield on all of your allies. You know, and the value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense. So you load her up with a ton and ton and ton of defense, and she'll do really big shields. And then on top of that, she gives everybody the counterattack. So it's like she does damage to the enemy. She gives shields to your allies. She puts counterattacks on your allies. Like, amazing, amazing, amazing ability. This is great for the clan boss because it's great for survival when the damage starts to get brutal. It is amazing in arena because it gives the counterattack to all your allies, so it makes them a lot harder to kill, and it gives shields to them, which again makes it harder to kill them, and it does damage to the enemies, which is also helping you out. Oh man, and then her A1 here. This is kind of nice too, especially in arena where it attacks somebody 2 times, decrease turn meter by 10% on each hit if the target has any buffs. Because again, a lot of times in arena, the enemy is going to have buffs, so this will like bump down their turn meters if they do have it. It does scale based on both attack and defense. You don't worry much about the attack on her though. You just load her with tons and tons of defense. But oh man, this isn't my ideal champion what I wanted, but I mean, like, look at this, like arena offense, arena defense, clan boss, like 4.9, 4.9, 4.9, campaign 4.8, Knight's Castle 4.9. Like, I mean, she is a really, really good champion. She's great for Fire Knight's Castle too. I'll probably use her for my Fire Knights. I don't know if I will since I already have Martyr in that, but I very well might use this one as well. But yeah, I've been wanting to run a double counter on clan boss. I don't know if she will increase, because the problem is in arena right now, what she would replace is Turvold. If I replace Turvold, I'm going to have less weaken up on the boss. I'm not going to consistently have the weaken up on the boss 100% at all times, but she will dramatically help my survival when it comes to the clan boss, though. So I don't know what I'm going to use her for. I definitely want to max her out. I'll probably even put the tomes into her. I don't know if I need to. What does she do? Oh yeah, so this increases the shield, so I definitely want to increase that shield there. Increasing the damage is nice. Decrease it down to 3 turns. Yeah, if I'm going to use her on the clan boss, I need to max this cooldown out. So I wouldn't need to do that one. This one here, just more damage, which is nice. More than anything, though, I'd need to reduce that cooldown. But yeah, I'm almost definitely going to put tomes into her. Oh man, and that'll be nice too, because it should increase my damage to the clan boss. Even with losing Turvold, she should compensate by increasing my survivability near the end there. And yeah, so one way or another, I'm definitely going to be using her, so that is awesome. Wow, that is, oh man, and the very, very last champion I got too. So yeah, this was wow. This video was a little longer than I was expecting, but of course you want to sell me some stuff, like, but I need legendary tomes. I don't need any of that. What the heck am I going to do that for? Like, you're trying to sell me the wrong thing. There you go. Yeah, 50 bucks. I don't know how many tomes I have currently, but anyway, but yeah, I mean, I got some more legendaries to add to my collection, which is pretty cool. Errol is garbage. This guy is interesting. Like I said, he's definitely going to be an alt for arena. She is really cool. But yeah, four legendaries. I mean, that's double what the odds had for me, so that's pretty cool. I mean, Tomb Lord sucks. I mean, he'd just be a skill up for the other one probably. No, actually, they did say that they're going to be doing something to help us out with when we get duplicate champions like this. So I'm actually going to vault him and hang on to him for when they do put that in the game. I don't know when it's going to be happening, but I know that it's going to happen in a patch in the future. They did mention that in the discussions a while back. But yeah, Valkyrie is my big win here. Valkyrie and Suzerain. So I mean, I have 2 that are at least something that I will use. Errol, I don't even know. Like I said, I can't use him for Faction Wars. There's nothing I can do with him. But some other ones, she might be for Faction Wars. The rest of this, I think, is just vaulted. But he looks kind of cool. I like his looking. But anyway, but yeah, some skill ups too, I think, for Faction Wars too. So that's not a bad thing. But yeah, that's all that I got for now, though, guys. So yeah, that's, oh man, that is a great way to finish it. That is an awesome way to finish it. Like, oh man, I was like looking at him like Barbarian. Oh, that kind of sucks. But then I was like, wait, no, like, oh man, wow, that is awesome. So yeah, cool. All right, well, hope you guys are having you know, some really good fortune like this in your accounts here. This is definitely not how it normally turns out for me. Usually I finish bad when it comes to my polls, so it seems like it took a different turn here. It saved the best for last. But yeah, I hope you guys are having good shard pulls. Definitely post in the comments. Let me know what you guys are getting and everything. And if you have any other questions about any of the champions that I did touch on in this, definitely let me know. I'll do what I can to try to give you some more info on them. And I don't want to completely trash Tomb Lord. I mean, Tomb Lord is okay. It's just like I said, he's the very first legendary I ever pulled. And I mean, you can see like my account, I have quite a few legendaries here, and I have like a lot of epics. I have some other legendaries in here. So I mean, I have some pretty solid champions on this. I mean, this isn't like a Kraken account, but it's a semi-whale account. I mean, I have a lot of legendaries that are really strong already. And that's why, for me, Tomb Lord isn't amazing, especially with Dracomorph. I mean, Dracomorph just... he can do everything that Tomb Lord can do, but better. Well, I shouldn't say everything that he can do, but he can do the poisons better. He can do the defense down, the weak, and all that better than... but, yeah, slightly different champions, though. But Tomb Lord is okay. He's just... anyway, but Valkyrie she is one of the best champions in the game. So, wow, that just really increased my value in this account here. So, yeah, but that's all that I got, guys. Like, oh, man, I just can't get over that. Like, but, yeah, let me know what you guys are pulling in the game here. And, yeah, if anybody has this guy, definitely let me know how he is. I'm curious as to how he scales and everything. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't trust these in-game rankings that much. But he seems decent. Seems decent. So, anyway, but, yeah, let me know what you guys are pulling. Any questions, like I said, let me know. Otherwise... I will catch you guys in the next episode. I'm going to get to work on my my Valkyrie here, and yeah, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. So yeah, let me know how your shards are pulling as well. I really hope you guys are pulling something good as well. I wish you guys luck, and until the next episode, guys, take care.